Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
There is an expression in the Talmud that I want to share with you today about when a person's true nature is revealed. So the Talmud says our true natures are revealed bekoso, bekiso, bekaso, which translates to with his cup, meaning when you're drunk, with his keys, with his wallet, when you have to go into financial negotiations, and bekaso, in his anger, when people get upset with one another. That is when a person's true nature is revealed. And of course, these are a stand-in for any time that we're under pressure. The worst of ourselves tends to come out. Such an occasion happens in this week's Torah portion, particularly for Aaron and for Moses, during the sin of the golden calf. Aaron was left to lead the people. He doesn't do such a great job. The commentators bend over backwards to try to whitewash the situation. The Midrash says he was afraid for his life in front of an angry mob, and that's why he helped them build the idol. Saadia Gaon, a 10th century Iraqi commentator, is a little less dramatic. He says he tried to stall the situation by asking them for their jewelry to go into the statue, and he thought they'll never give up their jewelry. And then when they did, he decided they needed to build an altar as well, which took a lot of time. He was trying to slow down the process. But whichever way you look at it, under pressure, the one who was supposed to be a leader revealed himself to be a follower. And Moses doesn't fare much better in this story. Moses is on the mountain, and God says, "Those people are making me really mad." Moses calms God down and says, "Don't be so angry." And what does Moses do? He goes down the mountain, and when he actually sees what the people are doing, he loses it, and he takes this tablet that God carved with God's own fingers, so something rather precious, one would assume, and he smashes it on the ground just after telling God to keep his temper. It turns out the shepherd is revealed to be the wolf. The Zohar has a different telling of the story, as you can imagine, a little bit more mystical and mysterious. It riffs on the line in the Torah that says, when the Jews came out of Egypt, Erev Rav was among them. A rabble came out of Egypt accompanying them. Who was this rabble, the Zohar asks? Evil magicians, the grandson of our enemy Laban and the son of our enemy Bilam. And they had a plot. They wanted to draw out the evil side of the people, the weakness of the people, and they waited for their opportunity. And it was these two magicians hidden in the Erev Rav. When they collected the gold, they were the ones holding the bag. And when no one was looking, they cast spells over the gold, so that when Aaron threw the gold into the fire, a calf sprang up as a symbol of what the Zohar calls the other side, right? Demonic forces. That's also riffing off of what the Torah tells us when Moses is chastising Aaron later. He says, "How could you have done this?" And Aaron says, "I don't know, a calf just sprung out and came out of the fire." The Zohar has a story behind it. But whichever way we tell the story of the golden calf, it is a tale of what was always there, what was always not the best of ourselves, coming out in a high-pressure situation. The writer Nechama Leibovich, she is a 20th century Israeli scholar, poses the question, how could this happen right after the revelation at Sinai? That should have been such a transformative moment, and yet very shortly afterward, we're building idols. But she answers her own question. She says, it's true that that was a transformative moment, but only for a little while. She says, people are not capable of profound and sudden change. I would posit if we were capable of profound and sudden change, Yom Kippur would be a life cycle event like a bar mitzvah, not an annual occurrence. Nechama Leibovich points out it takes a lifetime of study and effort and mitzvot to bring out the best in ourselves. So then, what is the solution? How can we prevent these moments that we often experience, koso, our cup, kiso, our wallet, kaso, our anger, and all the other myriad of things that bring out the worst in us. Well, no one gave up in that story, you'll notice. What is Moses asked to do? Go back up the mountain, says God. And this time you'll write the tablets yourself, which must have taken a great deal of effort to hew law into stone. To believe that the best of ourselves can spring out of the fire, shiny and golden, in an instant is a form of idol worship. The process of becoming our best selves is much more like the second tablets that take a great deal of effort on our part. So let us be blessed with the ability, the resilience, and the persistence to hew the best of ourselves out of stone and to rejoice in watching ourselves emerge from the process. Shabbat Shalom.